现在我们跟 Matt Reed Texas Swordfish Seminar 的老板讲话。Texas Swordfish Seminar. Swordfish 就是一个岛屿 that's a big ocean fish fighting real hard. Matt, we like to ask you, how do we catch a swordfish?
It's really pretty simple. You look for the right depth of water in the right kind of area. You're looking for a hole or a crack in the bottom, anywhere between 1,200 and 2,000 feet of water. We like to send down a rigged squid, a dead squid. Send it down to the very bottom and look for the bite. The bite's a real subtle deal. It's just a little tap on the rod tip. You really got to keep an eye on that rod tip the whole time.
You say like 1,000 feet deep? How deep is it do you go for a swordfish?
Anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 feet, depending on how much you want to reel up after that.
Well, Matt, 你说的那个 swordfish, 它住得很深. They live about 1,000 feet deep?
Absolutely. Anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 feet deep.
What do they eat down there? How come they're hanging around so deep?
They eat the squid and all the other little critters down there that light up in the dark.
Oh, okay. So, what do you use? What kind of bait? 你用什么钓饵拿那个 swordfish? What kind of bait?
Normally we use rig squid. We'll use anything from belly baits. We've even used artificials as well.
你勾它的时候，它会打战. They're going to fight real hard after you snag them on the hook. What about that?
Absolutely. That's the hardest fighting fish in the ocean. They usually average anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half per 100 pounds of the fish.
哇，你那么他们打战like 一个多钟头. What kind of like line do you use? How about a rod? How do you bring them in?
We're using 80 class rods. Shimano comes along with the 80 wide reel. We're using a similar sized rod and 80-pound line, braided line.
So if I want to do that, like I haven't done many push-ups or sit-ups lately, am I going to be able to do that, or you got to be in shape?
Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It's all about technique.
How about you catch them? Do you eat them or you put them on the wall? 你吃它还是把它放在墙上?
We try to release most of what we catch. Anything that's hooked deep and won't make it back down to the bottom, we'll take home with us because they are very good eating fish.
So the sport is important. Catch them and you'll send them back. That's very sportsmanlike.
It's all about conservation. We want the next generation to be able to catch these great fish as well.
我要谢谢你 Matt Reed, 就是from the Texas Swordfish Seminar. Very exciting. 很有趣. Oh yeah, and the Texas Swordfish Seminar, why are we doing this?
The Texas Swordfish Seminar benefits the everyday heroes. It's a small group based out of El Campo, giving rides to veterans to their medical appointments, their hospitals, their doctors, whatever they need. We've been providing wheelchair ramps at their houses, little electric buggies for them to get around their house, and anything else in between.
Just a very good cause. They got veterans, they can use the help, and for sword fishing, it all works, it all comes together. Thanks a lot, Matt Reed.
Thank you.
我们在 George R. Brown 的钓鱼的展览跟 Big Nasty Bait 的公司 ，bait 就是钓饵，去钓鱼的时候要放什么动物在你的钓钩钩上就可以钓一个鱼。We're going to ask you, first of all, can you tell us Big Nasty, how did you get the name?
Well, the logo catches the fishermen and the baits catch the fish.
Okay, 所以就是那个钓饵就可以钓鱼，就是那个名字就可以钓名。Also, please tell us, what is your name?
My name is Rick Flake.
Okay, and
I'm Allison Flake. This is my dad.
oh, okay. 所以你们的公司有多久? How long you been in business making bait?
The company has been up and running for 5 years.
Okay. And can you tell us about bait? Like what kind of bait is good for the river? What kind for the sea? What for the big fish, the little fish? So 大鱼、小鱼是什么种的钓饵?
Well, different kind of baits for different kind of fish, right? Our particular baits are for the Galveston Bay area and for the Texas Gulf Coast. Mostly they're for redfish and for trout and for flounder, which are the game fish here in this area. And we have two different kinds of baits. We have our original bait and then our shad bait. And depending on how they're used, what the weather conditions are, what the water clarity is, you can catch different kind of fish depending on those kind of conditions.
所以他们去钓鱼的时候是看颜色还是看活动 What do the fish look for? They look for a color. They look for some motion in the water.
Both of those. They look for the color of the baits, and if the camera can show, we have many different colors of our baits, and our two baits have different motions to them. You can use different weights with the bait to get them in various levels of the water for presentation.
Okay. And 就是人工的人手的钓饵不是生的 What's the difference between a live bait and a man-made bait? Like yours are man-made bait. What is the difference?
Well, we're all trying to make the game fish attack the bait, whether it's a live bait or whether it's an artificial bait, right? An artificial bait will cost less than live bait, and you can use it for a lot longer, so it's more economical.
好啊，谢谢你们，就是大臭臭的钓饵的公司，谢谢你们。Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. Thank you.